the chairperson of the House Committee on WAPA, our own Honorable Mrs. Mojisolaoluwa Alli-Macaulay. Thank you very much, Moji.
And before I say anything, I'd like to, first and foremost, God be praised, God above all things. And I would also like to acknowledge the support of the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, the father of, I would call him the father of politics in Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who actually then was my chairman at Continental Broadcasting Service, that you all know as TVC. Then we were known as Continental Broadcasting Service. A lot of people do not know that I started my life as a broadcast journalist. I was a newscaster and programs presenter, and of course programs director. That's how I started a journey of over 30 years. So it was later discovered that I had the passion to serve, to take care of people, to look into the plight of people. And this happened when a program was coming up at TVC. Then we needed to do something to market. Of course, you know, Channels Television and TVC, you know, we had some sort of competition at that time. So we needed to do something to actually propel TVC to the general public and make us, you know, more. I was a senior marketing executive also at a particular point. I was also in charge of events and special projects. So we needed to come up with a model to sell the TV station. So to cut the long story short, fast forward, I met Asiwaju because we needed to sell tickets to people who, you know, were to be invited to the event. It was supposed to be a boat cruise for charity. So that launched TVC into the public. What I think we should do that can be achievable is first and foremost to take it back home to our various homes. Charity, they say, begins at home. And this will be addressed to parenting. First and foremost, our parents must take care of their children. We must be able to raise our children equally, both the boys and the girls. Once you instill that from childhood, it takes them till adulthood. Then when a man sees the other woman, he's not seeing a competitor. He's seeing a friend. He's seeing a partner in progress rather than seeing an enemy. Because I'm recalling this from my experience in politics. You can imagine when you want to contest for a position, a woman against 10 men. You can just imagine what she would do. When you raise your children in such a manner that helps them to see the other sex as partners in progress, it will reduce, you know, the orientation changes, and over time, you see people developing in character to accept the other person, knowing that it's not going to be a do or die. We're contesting elections. So who wins. Charity begins at home. We must take care of that aspect. And then I always tell women, I was on Radio Lagos a couple of days ago, and people were calling in to ask questions, but it was almost this kind of question that was put to me. And the first thing I said is that when you want to aspire for any position, it doesn't matter if it's politics, or you want to be a business, a mogul, or you want to be head of commerce, you want to do whatever it is that is possible that you want to achieve as a career person or a successful politician. The first thing to do is to go before your husband or your spouse or your friend or your partner and seek his blessings. That is the starting point. It worked for me. You have to be strong. Every woman is made specially. I tell you, we're stronger than these men. They have just decided to make it a man's world, but we own the world. We have to take it from them. We own it. Even God himself, the creator of the world, created men first, and then he sat down, you know, looked at Adam and said to himself, my creation is not complete, and created Eve. And then he put something in Eve that is not in Adam. Though he borrowed a rib from Adam, but that power is there in a woman. So you have it, every woman has it in her DNA. If she's not using it, she's shortchanging herself. Every woman is capable of playing politics. We even play it in our homes with our husband. Woman can play politics. Don't be afraid. The 3 ingredients are, number 1, have a determination that you're going in there to succeed. Secondly, get enough education. Continue learning. I just graduated from the Lagos Law School to become a barrister. It's my 3rd degree, and I'm not stopping there. Continue to get yourself empowered. Learn. So you continue until the very end. Don't be tired of learning. It modifies you. It makes you more, they even see you, your CV is enviable. You are empowered. You shine. They envy you. So they put you on a pedestal because they know you're very, very special. So women, you can play politics. Don't be afraid. Once they mention it, I can do it. Let that come to your mind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I have to go. So we had to do that. We put that into the bill. And then the other one that really touches my heart is when I have to talk about the girl child. Because the story of every woman starts from when she, was a child or a girl, when she had that dream, that beautiful dream of being a princess. Even sometimes, you would all agree with me that even when we were young as teenagers, we had this fantasy about how we wanted our wedding days, to be like the kind of wedding dresses, because I had that fantasy. Because when my brother's wife was getting married, she had this catalog. So I was looking through the catalog and I was dreaming away how actually I wanted my, wedding to be like. But although it wasn't close to it, but at least something happened. So I have a special passion for women and then for the girl child, so that when you take care of the girls from childhood, you help them to build, to nurture their dreams, to become. It's very important. And then when you talk about rape, that also touches my heart. I mean, I would spare no bone when it comes to issues affecting girls and women, domestic violence. You would hit me when you mention it. A lot of times I have to look through the bills so that we can capture everything, even sex for marks with lecturers. Once you mention that, I feel pained, because I know that a lot of girls in the universities, they are put under pressure because they have to subject themselves to the demands of some lecturers, and we have that, to the glory of God, in our law in Lagos State, that any lecturer caught in that act would